Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome to Professor Layton in the Diabolical Box. Lovely to be back. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So happy. So, sorry for not being able to get to stream yesterday. Busy during pretty much my entire streaming time. A bit of a drive. It was boring. Very boring. Halfway through, we lost my radio station and then got replaced with a Christian radio. I'm like, you know what? Not too much problem with Christians. Usually, big problem with their boring-ass music. So, we've got ourselves a continuance of Diabolical Box, but I do have to apologize because today I'm going to have to cut the stream about 30 minutes short. I've got a phone interview to do. And a potential job, which just blows my mind because this came out of nowhere. So I'm excited for that, but we'll see. It's insurance. I'll be selling insurance on commission if I get this job. It's going to suck, but I'm not in a position to complain. So why don't we continue? We were going to do a bunch of riddles and Granny Riddletons, but first, our story so far. Rumors in Dropstone suggest that the Military Express had a second secret destination. The only thing the trio knows about how to get there is that they need to do something on the train. While nothing else is to go on, the three start searching for anything that might give them access. Alright, so what we were going to do is check out Granny Riddleton's shack, because as you can see, quite a few puzzles that we've skipped. Whoopsie! Cube halves. Puzzle number 41. 25 picarets. Below are two halves of 4 separate cubes. Each of the halves is shaped so that when fitted with an identically shaped piece, those two halves form a whole cube. However, one piece fails to meet those requirements and doesn't form a full cube when joined with an identical piece. Circle the piece from A through D below. This one. No, this one has a break there. So, no, I'm not trying to draw a circle. I'm trying to come up with flip that over, and that does work. That one does. Actually, they all look like they work. So this one's probably to throw us off, because it has the sticky outy bit. This one definitely looks like it works, so I don't think it's this one, and I don't think it's this one. This one looks like it might be too tall. And again, that sort of applies to this one as well. Ugh, this one's tough. I can't tell just by looking. 3D spatial orientation. That's always been one of my problems. Let's see. Triangle, rectangle, rectangle, triangle space. No. Rectangle, 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 rectangle. Rectangle, slope, rectangle. My instinct wants to say B.
And now to test my theory. Oh, my. This one is quite formidable.
They give you these generic ones quite a bit. The generic hints. You fail. Right, hint. B looks like it should fit together with the other half quite nicely. Thanks! Okay. ACD. This would have to be the highest point, this would have to be the lowest because it's nothing there, and that's true. Okay, let's actually separate these into, like, pixel blocks. Oops, memo. Okay, so this is one row. Flat. One row, missing one. So that would be this one. Third row. Really don't think it's C. So it either has to be D or A. And A just fits well too perfectly. In two triangles form a square, and the height looks like it'd be perfect for a cube. So let's try D.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Really?
Oh, my. This one is quite formidable.
It's not formidable, I just don't... I can't manipulate things in a 3D space in my mind. That's all. Let's try C. It's the most complicated looking one.
This should do the trick.
Really?
Ha! Wonderful.
That's right. C will not form a cube when joining the other identical piece. Some areas of the shape are just too complex to fit together neatly. Still, with only a few alterations, you could probably change the shape of something that works, don't you think? See, I still... Even when they show me it, I can barely tell it looks like that. So, oh well. Board splitters are rough, so let's go to Royal Show-Off. Royal Show-Off for 20 picarets. In a far-off country, there's a king whose favorite pastime is showing off the latest possession he's collected. Subjects of his kingdom are forbidden to purchase items the king has acquired for a month or so. Only once he's tired of his new purchase can the common folk finally buy the item for themselves. However, the other day, the king bought a new item that had him all but commanding his subjects to buy one of the same item as soon as possible. Circle that item. It would be the phone. You can't talk to other people unless they have the phone.
Consider this puzzle solved. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
That's correct. The telephone is the answer. After all, a phone isn't much fun if there isn't anyone on the other end. Hat weather. Puzzle 52, Hat weather, 30 picarets. There's a fellow with very peculiar rules about when he wears his best hat. When it's sunny, he always wears his hat. When it's rainy, he never wears his hat. When it's cloudy, he doesn't wear his hat unless it's been cloudy for 2 days in a row, in which case he wears his hat on the second of these days. Below is a chart when the man wore his hat over the course of 1 week, using the panels to fill in the weather for each day, keeping in mind it doesn't rain on cloudy days. Okay, so it can't be cloudy here, so it has to be rainy. It has to be sunny because these 2 days in a row. So this has to be sunny, this has to be cloudy. No, okay, so I messed something up. They don't give me enough cloudiness, so these have to be rainy. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to use all of these. I have to be able to move this, but I can't. Huh. But it is cloudy on rainy days. That's the problem here, isn't it? So if a rainy day is also a cloudy day, then second day, if it's just cloudy, he'll wear his hat.
Consider this puzzle solved.
No?
Well, I suppose that's one possibility eliminated.
Alright. When it's sunny, he always wears his hat. When it's rainy, he doesn't wear his hat. When it's cloudy, he doesn't wear the hat unless it's been cloudy for 2 days in a row. In which case, he wears it on the second day. keep in mind it doesn't rain on cloudy days. Those two have to be sunny. They just have to be. Hold on. I'm really sorry about this, guys, but I have to take a quick break to take care of my cat. Be right back. I'm not going to put on music or anything else because it'll only be a second. Alright, really sorry about that. Had to take care of something. Alright, so back to the puzzle. See, if he didn't wear his hat on Wednesday, then it has to be raining there, because if it was cloudy, then he would wear his hat. So if he does that, maybe?
This should do the trick.
I don't really get this, then.
Well, I suppose you can't win them all.
Alright, let's use some hints, because obviously I've missed something. Start by placing a rainy day tile on each day where the friend didn't wear a hat. Done. Once you put down the rainy day tile as described in hint 1, you may notice that there are no more places for your cloudy tile. You can put it down on one of the days with a hat if the day has a second day in a row of cloudy weather, but no 2 days in the week should appear to be cloudy. Yes, Jeremy, cat, go. Shoo. I love you, but not right now. Ugh. Okay, that still doesn't help me. If a week before the one shown here had a cloudy day Saturday... What?! So that's it.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Hate you, game.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Excellent. If you assume that Sunday was a cloudy the second day in a row and figure out the friend wore a hat that day, the rest of the solution falls into place. Thanks, game. No! My cat is very eager to get on my lap, even though he knows I'm not going to have him on my lap right now. So, board splitter. This is one that we got stuck on before. Alright. Final square will be 4 units tall by 4 units wide. You have to cut the board in 2 separate places. 2 separate places! Oh! Two separate places, you say? Let's do that. Because then you'd put this piece up here and then turn that piece... Oh, we're not supposed to flip by their piece. Are we? Let's just try it and see if I'm misunderstanding something.
And now to test my theory. Well, I suppose you can't win them all. Consider this puzzle solved.
Okay, that was me testing something.
Well, I suppose that's one possibility eliminated.
Okay, so now I'm sure that you can't move the parts, you can't rotate them at all. I know it says you can't flip them, but for some reason I thought rotate would be a better word for that. I might be missing something. Let's save that for later. Go to Board Splitter 2. It's probably going to be harder, granted. Or 30 picarets. Well, here we have yet another inconveniently shaped board. This one's even more unwieldy than the last, so you need to cut it into two pieces so that you can reassemble to form a rectangle. Assuming you aren't allowed to flip either of the piece over when the board is cut, would you be able to cut in order to achieve the above? Huh, why does it suddenly do that? Oh, it's telling me how many lines I have to cut. Okay. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 4. 2, 3, 4. Hmm.
Consider this puzzle solved.
No. Okay.
Well, I suppose that's one possibility eliminated.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was my logic for cutting here, because you would move this over then up, and it would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would cover all that, but then this would get in the way. So I need to cut here. That was my problem.
And now to test my theory. And there we have it.
Pretty fun, they say. And no. Got a battery. Let's try Board Splitter 1 again. So I cut it in two places. I can't rotate anything. And it needs to be 4 by 4. Doesn't it? 4 units by 4 units. Okay. Was that really the answer the entire time? Wow, I'm a
leaves no puzzle unsolved.
I'm embarrassed it took me that long. Easier than it looks, doesn't it? Yeah. Bloody game. Screw part. Alright, so let's go ahead and put those in the camera if we can. And see what comes out of it. Oh dear, we have a lot of pieces. Oof, you're bulky. You're tiny. That looks right. But now I've got extra tiny space over here. No. You go there. I feel like I'm missing something. Definitely feel like I'm missing something. Alright, so let's start with a piece that we know exists in a place. This we know exists here. However, I don't think it could be rotated like that, because we also know this exists here. Just because it fits in the shutter spot. Alright, so we know that, and that. You stay up here, you stay up here, you stay up here, you stay there. Go up here, go up here, up here. Okay. That looks like it fits there perfectly. Let's look for something that has wires sticking out. There's that one, but that doesn't fit in that spot. That doesn't fit. That doesn't fit. Alright, so I don't have the piece with the wires that would fit there. Does that go there? It could. Actually, it does have wires coming out of it, too. But it can't fit down here. And doesn't look like it would either. So let's put this back where it was. Here. Okay, so no. That doesn't look like it works there. Not there either, so let's put that aside for now. Nah, okay, battery. Battery thing. That definitely looks like it fits there. That looks like it fits there. Okay, so far so good. But it sort of has an end of connection, so anything that fits here is going to be pretty specific. Nah. Oh, wait, that goes there because it's the button that you push down on. Okay. No, that doesn't fit there. That fits there. Okay, so only one more piece, maybe two. Alright, let's save. Alrighty. Off we go to look for people. Let's start back at our train car because I'm pretty sure I skipped just about everybody. How's my little guy doing? I knew it'd be tough without him around, but I didn't realize how lonely I'd get. Is he happy? Don't you worry, he's doing great. He'll be fit as a fiddle before you know it. That's real good to hear. Don't let me down, you know. I'm actually about to close up the kitchen and take a break until we get to Luxembourg. Most of the train shuts down at this leg of the trip, so you might as well go rest in your room. The train shuts down. Right, because we're gonna pass through a tunnel. At least that's their reasoning. Finally, it's time to get down to business. It's been forever since I've got to do some real work. What do you mean? Didn't you just finish repairing the train? Sorta, but before I can get back, I gotta do... Oops. I mean nothing. Things are good. Oh. You've gotta do something, huh? Why the secrecy? Oh, whoa. Hello. Who are you? Good day, sir. The name's Conrad. I'm a student in the village of Dropstone. I've headed to Luxembourg, so for a while at least, it seems we'll be traveling together. Say, if you heard about the long tunnel on the way to Luxembourg, when the train passes through it, every light on board goes dark. Stranger still, once the train nears the tunnel, all access to Duck's car is cut off. Just imagine the kind of monkey business some passengers get up to and under the cover of dark. Something very strange must be going on if cutting off all access to the deluxe suites. Of course, it all makes perfect sense. Why didn't I see it before? Luke, I think I've figured things out. Quick, you two, to the deluxe suites. Right behind you. The Professor, Luke, and Flora decide to visit the deluxe car. But how are we going to get in? It's only for deluxe passengers, and so far we're not exactly deluxe. Every time we get there, the Rockstar gets in our way and prevents us from doing anything. Here we are at the deluxe car. Something's written on that sign on the door. Actually, it appears to be a puzzle of some sort. I have a hunch that if we solve the puzzle, we can gain access to the car. Of course we can. Puzzle number 56, the door's code. 40 picarets. In order to pass through this door, Luke and Layton must arrange the symbols according to the following rules. The star must be next to the moon. The X must be second from the top. So X is second from the top, so star can't be there. The circle must be somewhere above the diamond, so diamond can be there. Circle is probably there then, star and moon there. The moon must be located 2 places below the diamond. So, like this.
Consider this puzzle solved.
That was easy.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
You're in. Good job cracking that code. There we are. The door's open now. A new hamster toy. Use this block to help the hamster get into shape. Alright. Holy smoke, look at this place. It's out of control. Yes, it's far more luxurious than the standard cars. Tickets to stay here must cost a pretty penny. Okie doke. Let's see if we can do anything with our hamster. Block, what do you do? The hamster isn't interested in these blocks, but they're useful for blocking the path and line of sight. Position them accordingly for maximum effectiveness. I don't think right now we have a way to use it. Or if we do, I'm not smart enough to see it right away. Oh, Professor, this room is just breathtaking. And 1.5 times as big as our room to boot. Let's just look at how super cushy the sofa is. Whee! Come now, don't jump on the sofa. Luke, do you remember the discussion we had about how out gentlemen act when... Oh, you're right, it's so cushy. Whee! They are children, after all. How's everybody feeling? Sorry to bust in on the party, but I'm just here to snazz up the rooms. Let's see, should they go here? Negative, Sammy, that's no good. Hey, you there, smart-looking dude. I mean you, man. Me, good sir. Uncle Beluga, I mean the boss man, told me to pretty up the place with some flowers. You figure out where I should put these things in the room to make them smell nice. Of course, it shouldn't be too much trouble to find a spot for flowers as lovely as these. Number 57, smell the roses, 30 picarets. Oh, there's nothing like freshly cut roses to boost the spirits. Can you help Sammy freshen up the whole car with their fragrance? Tap a square with your stylus to place a rose. The fragrance of each rose reaches 2 squares in all directions, but can't penetrate walls. The fragrance of 2 or more roses overlap. The resulting smell will be overpowering, so make sure your roses are spaced out. To remove an existing rose, just tap on it again. Okay, so this has to be a location. Oh, it'll spread out like that, too. Never mind. That could be a location. No, that'll overlap then. So you do want this, and then you want this? Can I just give it... Do I have as many as I want? Because that works.
Consider this puzzle solved.
So...
Ha! Wonderful.
That was easy. Well done. 5 roses are just enough to fresh up the car. There, how's that? Oh, real nice. I'm not crazy, but it makes a statement. It's not crazy, but it makes a statement. I'm sure it'll jive with the boss man. Well, anyhow, kick back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your ride on the Monetary Express. You know we're not supposed to be here, dude. You've stopped us from coming here lots. Why are you letting us in the Duck's car? Now the whole room smells nice. Yeah, it's quite nice, I'd say. Back to the task at hand. We've given the place a once-over and come up empty-handed. A gentleman can't very well go barging in other people's rooms, so let's go to our room for now. Oh, Professor, do we have to? Feels like it's gotten so late. Can't we just stay here for now? Professor Luke and Flora decided to return to their quarters once more. Those flowers, they've got something to do with this. Oops, wait. Check for coins. Snooping is so much fun, especially in a place as posh as this. Bad, Luke. Just because we constantly search every nook and cranny everywhere doesn't mean you should get used to it. Ah, there is a coin here. In so many identical rooms, gotta wonder where they can find a place to hide all these coins. But they managed it, and I've only found one, so obviously they've done a good job. It's the strangest thing. All of a sudden, I'm so tired. What's the matter, Flora? Gosh, all of a sudden I'm kind of sleepy too. It's the flowers. The flowers are putting us to sleep somehow. Alright, you two, this is no time for jokes. Oh dear, I'm suddenly quite tired myself. Something in those flowers, they just put us to sleep. What's going on out there? Am I dreaming? Puzzle number 58. In the tunnel, 35 picarettes. Two trains pass in the darkness of the tunnel. Move them around so that each locomotive ends up in the opposing track while still remaining in the same order of cars. There's one trick though. Number 2 car for both trains must remain in their original tracks. Unusual? I can't go any further there. I can't go any further there, so I have this way and this way to go. That doesn't really help me. Alright, so 2 I'm gonna need to put back at some point. Restart. Restart. I need you out of the way so I can move stuff up here. You go there, you go there. You go there, you go there. No. Restart again. Alright, how did I do this in the beginning? You go there, and you go there. get the one into place there. I'll worry about those two later. There. 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 Good!
Here goes. That was almost too easy.
That's right, the two trains speed off in darkness, each carrying the number 2 car of the other. So we're switching trains! Or our specific car is... My word, I must have fallen asleep on the couch. How careless of me. Do you know what happened in that tunnel, Luke? Sorry, Professor, but I slept through the whole thing too. And I had the strangest dream. In my dream, part of the Military Express switched tracks while we were in the tunnel. I mean to say that one of the train cars is now riding different rails. Luke, what you saw may not have been a dream at all. One car did split off from the train. It would no longer be bound for Luxembourg. Maybe that car is how you get to the Phantom Town. I'm beginning to suspect you're right on the money, Luke. I hope the Phantom Town isn't as creepy as it sounds. You got a new hamster toy.
Everybody get ready to rock! The next stop is Frozen! Come on, passengers, let me hear you scream!
Frozen, eh? Of course. How could I have missed this? Do you recall how this ticket was missing a destination? Well, it seems that the destination was staring us in the face all along.
Really? But where, Professor?
It's a code. Puzzle number 59, a ticket to where? 40 picarettes. In front of you sits the ticket that Layton and Luke found with Dr. Schrader. At first glance, the ticket appears to have no destination written on it, but when you look at it just the right way, the ticket discloses its destination, the town of Full Sense. The key to spotting the destination is the number that has been cut out of the ticket. What number used to be there? Use the ticket in the instruction booklet to puzzle this one out. Wait, what? The ticket in the instruction booklet? Uh-oh. A moment. I'm gonna have to look this up. Instruction, booklet, ticket, Professor Layton. Alright, here it is. I can now see it. Oh, it's the same thing as what's on the screen. I don't see any difference. Alright, well, I'll keep that open in a different window, but I'm double checking it now to make 100% certain that it's exactly the same. Yeah, it is. It is exactly the same. So I'm not worried. Okay. Wait, the way where the green cuts everything off, that has to be important. So let's see. Has to be important. Of course, my memo writing isn't helping very much. Hmm. Find the answer, you have to fold the ticket in a particular way. Oh, if you fold it in half, there's a way to fold it down the middle. That's why they want you to use the thing in the instruction booklet, so you can fold it and play with it and stuff like that. If we combine the green parts, then... Oops, no. Here we would get... that. We would get 8. We'd get R. No, I think that's an F, actually. That's an F, B, R, F, B, L, S, blank, N, S, C. If it's supposed to be full sense, then I need something that ends in that, so it has to be a 2. Oopsies, that's not what I meant to do.
This should do the trick. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
For full sense. Missing numbers 2. If you fold the ticket shown in the lineup, the 2 sets of numbers they showed spell out for full sense. It looks like the ticket's destination was there all along. Sorry it took me so long to do that. For some reason I was having trouble visualizing where the top half of the numbers go and the bottom half of the numbers go.
I get it. Well, I suppose it means we've almost reached our destination.
Yes.
Oh, wow, this is strange. When did it get so dark?
What do you mean?
Suddenly it became 8:10? I do believe we've arrived at the next stop. But I don't see Flora, Professor. Where could she be? Hi, you two. Glad to see you're finally awake. Flora, where'd you run off to? I'm sorry, but the train car was so stuffy when we stopped I went outside for some air. Alone? Are you crazy? It's dangerous out there. Who knows what kind of creeps could be lurking around? Oh, well, I'll be more careful from now on. You mean you went to talk to your clone, Daddy? Watch your tone, Luke. A gentleman always remembers to treat a lady with kindness and respect. But now, since we're all back together, why don't we get off this train and see where we are? Alright, well the train ticket's solved. Cool. Glad they're not just leaving them all for the end of the game.
This place gives me goosebumps.
Yes, I'd second that.
I'm sticking close to you two. Oh, these must be pictures of the town.
Indeed, and old ones from the look of it. Judging by their condition, I'd say they're at least 30 years old.
Wow, how do you know? Oh, that's right, you're an archaeologist. Of course you'd know.
Now, Luke, don't tell me you actually forgot. Well, we'd best press on. What on earth?
Professor, what was that?
Let's go. Ah. Oh my.
Wait, doesn't that look familiar?
What's that?
Ah. Just what is going on here?
I don't know, but it's strange.
Full Sense Station. Minutes after Professor Layton, Luke, and Flora's arrival in Florence, the rundown train station transforms into a gleaming, ornately decorated building right before their eyes. What caused the sudden change to the station's appearance?
Following rumors of the Elysian box, the Professor, Luke, and Flora set foot in a strange town. But cautious as they were, nothing could have prepared them for the events to follow.
Well then, that's ominous. I like it. Chapter 4, The Phantom Town of Full Sense. So this is the Phantom Town we heard about, eh? It looks like something out of a horror novel. I find the place unsettling too, but we mustn't let that keep us from our investigation. Who knows what kind of valuable information we might find here about the Elysian box. The Professor, Luke, and Flora decide to walk around the town. So are there gonna be, like, people around here? Well, hello, sir! You're the mailman from earlier. Oh, funny running into you here. Hi, howdy, hello, all that. Hey, you're... The mailman, yep, I've got mail to deliver here, but it's so dark it always takes forever. Wonder the people always seem so on edge here. Well, that's all the more reason I need to bring a little sunshine in everyone's life with the mail. Wow, you deliver letters all the way out here? I sure do, and I've got a schedule to keep while doing it. So on to that note, I'll be off. See you around. It would seem our friend the postman works a very, very wide area for mail delivery. Really, but how does he do 2 routes in every single day? Unless he's some kind of jetpack, that's just impossible. I may think so, Luke, but our world is full of inexplicable phenomenon. This is but one of many. So you're just gonna let that slide, Layton? Really? I guess so, but it still seems pretty much impossible to me. There's gotta be some sort of secret to it, some key. Bronze statue appears to be cared for well. Electricity bill for this place must be huge. Yeah, it's basically underground by the looks of it. Give me more coins, I need them. I burned through them so fast. So fast. Alright, well, that'll do for now. Oof! Are you alright there, Flora? You don't look well. I'm not sure. I just started feeling sick all of a sudden. You're as pale as a sheet. We'll find a place for you to rest straight away. I don't see any hotels around. If there were, you'd think there'd be a sign or something. Despite the lack of advertising, I'd say one of those buildings over there is a hotel. So Professor, Luke, and Flora decide to seek out a hotel. Puzzle! Puzzle number 61. Where's the hotel? 30 picarets. In front of the town train station are 4 buildings standing in a row. One of these 4 is supposedly the local hotel, though it lacks a sign. Even so, if you study the area carefully, you should be able to tell which of the buildings is the hotel. Can you figure out which of these 4 buildings is the hotel? Probably has something to do with the shape and lights that are on, doesn't it? gotta do something with those. You wouldn't want 2 entrances to your hotel. You'd only want the one. And this one has smoke coming out from here, but it only comes from, like, the back. And that doesn't seem right. I'm gonna say D.
Here goes. Well, I'm stumped.
Study the area carefully and you'll find the hotel soon enough. You overestimate me, game. Alright, let's go over this again. You wouldn't want 2 doors, and a lot of these windows are not uniform, and you would want fairly uniform rooms for a hotel. This one still strikes me as odd, because while it has 2 smokestacks, which would be good for a hotel, I don't think they use fireplaces in hotels very often. So I'm gonna go with B this time.
Here goes.
Really?
Oops, that wasn't right.
Something must be faulty with my logic. Maybe they do use a lot of fireplaces in hotels.
Let's see if this works.
Really? Process of elimination, then.
That wasn't right.
I want to hear the game's logic for this. I really, really do. Because I'm missing something.
Let's see if this works. Piece of cake.
What? Are you serious? I could barely see any of that at the resolution you were giving me. Really? Fine. Got the ingredient Dream Fluff. How are you doing, Flora? Any better? A little bit. I think with a little rest I'll be back to my old self. Flora, Luke and I are going back out to learn more about the town. Why don't you stay here for a while and rest up? Yeah, take it easy for a while, Flora. We'll be back before long. Thanks, Luke. Be careful out there. You too, Professor. Do you think Flora's going to be alright? Wouldn't fret too much, Luke. She may just be exhausted from our long journey. I think our best course of action now is to gather what information we can and hurry back to the hotel. After all, a gentleman never keeps a lady waiting. Flora's left the group for now. The top screen shows who's walking with you. Professor and Luke decide to explore the strange new town. I'd say yay, the spy has left our party, except now she can do things without supervision. Good evening, sirs. I do hope the young lady traveling with you feels better soon. Wow, this is a fancy place. And that coin is just random. There was no logic to where the pixel you were hunting for was. So that's good news. And by good news, I mean terrible news. Hey, 3 hint coins. Everything I've seen leads me to believe that Dr. Schaefer visited Volsens. The Elysium box and the facts that we need to solve this mystery of his death are close by, I'm sure of it. Do you think whoever stole the Elysium box might be hiding here as well? Still too early to tell, but I'll know more if we can figure out why Dr. Schrader ventured out here in the first place. Really sorry about that interruption. Had a phone call, so let's go for a few more minutes and then take our official break. Not that I've had enough regular breaks. I need to put my headphones back on. Hold on. There we go. Now I can actually hear things. That would help. Well, no more if we can figure out why Dr. Schrader ventured out here in the first place. For now, our best course of action is to search for anything connected to the Elysium box. Let's go to it then! Lead the way, Professor! Alright. So here's our hotel. Because that's how you're supposed to look for it, apparently. Mark my words, Samuel, it's here in this town. I can guarantee that. Or to scour every inch of this place and bring it back to me at once. Got it? Ah, come on, Unco. Do you really think it's everything people say it is? I know, it kind of sounds like a lot of baloney to me. Are my ears playing tricks on me? Could have sworn you just told me that my information was wrong. You're in no position to be lecturing me on the subject. Now get out there and start looking. Okay, no need to blow a gasket. I'm going. What do you think Mr. Beluga and the train conductor were talking about, Professor? It would appear that they too are out in the hunt for something. Oh, look over there, Professor. What on earth could that be? A book with locks on it? Multiple locks. It's some variety of strange book. Perhaps someone dropped it while running about town. Yikes, get a load of that crazy symbol. Crazy cover. What's that symbol on it? Let's have a look. The symbol appears to be the shape of a goat. Oh, whatever it is, it gives me the willies, but I do wonder what's written inside. Hard to say with the book locked up tight as it is, isn't it? Still, the symbol is very intriguing. Say, Professor, maybe somebody in that antique shop over there can tell us something about it. Excellent idea, Luke. Let's begin our investigation there. The old diary option has been added to the trunk. Alright, so that's the last thing that was supposed to be in our menu. Beluga's search. Beluga seems to be working Sammy like a dog, sending him all over town in a frantic search for an unknown item. It's unclear why Beluga would set up a secret train connected to Fulsense, but it's clear to him that the item is very important to him. What could it be? Probably has something to do with the Elysium box. The Professor and Luke decide to visit the local antique shop. And with that, we're taking a short break. So, get up, stretch, whatever you need to do to keep watching comfortably. And I will be right back.